Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. A couple of years ago, in one of my cooking classes, a student asked me what kind of diet that your fast cooking system is best designed for. I told her that my cooking system is designed for the diet that are commonly known as a Flexitarian diet, and this is the diet that I follow as well. A Flexitarian diet is probably best explained as a flexible vegetarian diet. In fact, the word flexitarian is the combination of the word flexible and vegetarian. And so basically, it is a vegetarian diet, but the diet also allows the consumption of meat. And when you want to describe it in terms of the calorie uptake, the meat portion of the diet usually represents about 10% of the calorie uptake. So over a period of a week, I usually consume somewhere between 6 to 9 ounces of meat and animal products. So in my case, my diet is designed to use meat as a condiment rather than the main ingredient of any dish. And my friend Catherine, who is a former colleague of mine, she is a nutritionist. She told me that Flexitarian diet is probably the best diet because we humans evolved to eat a flexitarian diet. It provides the greatest nutritional benefit, and with a flexitarian diet, one does not have to worry about any possibility for nutritional deficiency. So when considering a flexitarian diet, one can also look at such a diet, frequently referred to as a plant-based diet. When it comes to the consideration of a plant-based diet, the emphasis is to eat as much vegetables as possible, with the inclusion of a small amount of meat and animal product, both for the purpose of taste as well as for nutrition. One point that I have made consistently is that my fast cooking system is probably one of the best systems that will help you to eat more vegetables. It is designed specifically for executing a flexitarian diet. This video is based on a question that was posed to me by my friend Lotus. She asked me whether I can create a video to demonstrate the execution of my fast cooking system for a flexitarian diet. So I cooked this dish recently, and I'm going to use it to demonstrate the principle of a flexitarian diet and how the fast cooking system are able to achieve this goal. One of the most important considerations of a flexitarian diet is to include many different kinds of vegetables. The diversity of the vegetable ingredients in the dish is critical. First of all is that the diversity provides greater nutritional value to the dish, and secondly, the diversity makes the dish more interesting, delicious, as well as satiating. And for a successful flexitarian dish, the inclusion of the meat is to create more flavor in the dish, and the meat is used as a condiment. Okay, so let's go into the kitchen. I'm going to show you how to cook this dish with my fast cooking system to fulfill the goals and objective of a flexitarian dish. For the meat of this dish, I'm going to use a Chinese sausage known as lapchang. This is used mainly to flavor the dish so that it is used as a condiment rather than as the main ingredients. I'm going to use only about half cup. As the first step I'm going to do is to sear the Chinese sausage. This is followed by the addition of 2 cups of eggplants. Again, the goal in cooking this dish is to achieve as much consumption of vegetables as possible, as well as different types of vegetables. The next ingredients I'm going to add is going to be some zucchini as well as some yellow squash. Again, it is important to remember the diversity of the different vegetables is critical in creating this vegetable medley. This is not only important for the nutritional benefit, but it's also make the dish more interesting. And now my fast cooking system is designed for creating this kind of dishes because first of all, through advanced prepping, I have many different vegetables right at my fingertips ready for me to use. So when I do my eggplant prep in the beginning of the week, I know that I'm going to use the eggplant in several different dishes. This provides me many different possibilities in create different combinations. And next, I'm going to add about 1 cup of Brussels sprouts. And my wife used to not like Brussels sprouts because in the past when she had Brussels sprouts, she would have a whole dish, nothing but Brussels sprouts. Well, when you're eating too much of one thing, it is not uncommon that you're going to get bored by it, particularly if you are not particularly fond of it. However, if you're only going to eat a little bit at a time, particularly in combination with other type of vegetables, it makes it far more interesting, and in fact, it comes to the point that it will become enjoyable. This is exactly true for eggplant. I used to not like eggplant myself, but however, slowly, a little bit by a little bit, this exposure actually now both Brussels sprouts and eggplant are 2 of my favorite vegetables. Now the other part of my cooking system is really designed for such a diet is stir frying. Now stir frying in the wok turned out to be a perfect cooking technique for cooking different type of vegetable combinations in creating a vegetable medley dish. The fifth vegetable I'm going to add is 1 cup of white mushroom. Now this cooking method is known as sequential cooking. What I'm doing is that I'm adding different vegetables at different time, depend on the amount of time that I want to cook them. The vegetable that I want to cook the longest, such as the eggplant, the zucchini, and the yellow squash, go into the wok first. I add the mushroom toward the tail end of the cooking process because I do not want to overcook them. I sometimes vary the timing of when I add the vegetable, depend on how I want the final texture of the vegetable to be. So I have created a vegetable medley at this point. It includes eggplant, zucchini, yellow squash, Brussels sprouts, and mushroom. And the Chinese sauce was there mainly to serve as a condiment to flavor the dish. And this is the reason why this dish fits the flexitarian criteria. It's basically a plant-based dish. It uses a small amount of meat, in this case the Chinese sausages, mainly to flavor the dish. And you can see that the fast cooking system is designed to achieve this diet because through advanced prepping, you have different kinds of vegetables right there for you to use at your fingertips. A stir frying is a perfect technique for creating such type of dish because it gives you a lot of options of how to combine different vegetables together. And template-based cooking is essential for create this type of dish. Basically, when I cook this dish, I do not use a recipe. Instead, I use a basic template for create a vegetable medley. So this gives me a lot of flexibility in making substitutions of the vegetables depending on what is available to me in my advanced prepping. As my friend Eugene would say, with advanced prepping, every time you open the refrigerator, you look at what you have available, you already have your dinner menu right in front of you. The last attribute of my fast cooking system is flavor chasing, because you can season your dish in whatever way how you like it. Personally, I enjoy a light teriyaki flavor, which is a combination of oyster sauce, hoisin sauce, and quite often a spicy sauce. But you are free to season the dish in any way that you like it. So here you can see how the 4 attributes of my fast cooking system, which is flavor chasing, advanced prepping, stir frying, and template-based cooking come together in creating such a vegetable medley dish. And for those of you who do not like Chinese sausages, you can substitute it with chicken, shrimp, or beef. In this case, you will cook it slightly different, but the basic template is essentially the same. Cooking this dish is very fast. It takes only about 10 minutes. Okay, I hope this dish provides you a demonstration of how my fast cooking system create a flexitarian diet. This will allow you to make consuming many different types of vegetables that is simple, efficient, as well as delicious. I post a video each day to help you to make home cooking as part of your daily routine using my fast cooking system. So keep on cooking. I will see you tomorrow.